that's my biggest whoops as a beekeeper. I must have trapped the queen up top. It's been about 2 weeks since I last got into them. We put a full deep there. We put another full deep there on both hives. Between the two hives, we did 3 flow frames all full. And then we did 6 of the half frames. And we got about 15.5 kilos of honey 2 weeks ago. So I want to go through and have a look at the flow hive, see how much honey's in it. Someone said you should spin it out, so I'm going to have a look at that. And also look at the 2 boxes that we added. Check out how much they've drawn them out, and then have a look at half super here and see if they've redrawn those frames out there. So basic, a bit of a hive inspection. We have got a flow on at the moment. The girls are very busy, but we'll see what's going on inside there. Rightio. Now this one was almost completely harvested the other week. This is one of the frames we actually pulled the other day, and it's almost capped on that side, completely capped on that side. Nice and slowly put that back in. We don't want to piss the girls off too much. Now we did pull full 6 frames from this one. Now that one hasn't been drawn back out yet. And they've already drawn that one out. That's half full of honey as well. That is a really good sign. That shows we've got plenty of resources around for the bees. And that one's full of honey. And that's capped off as well. So we could probably pull a couple of kilos of honey out of that without any problems at all. It's beautiful. Look at that. How many did we pulled 6 from this, didn't we?
Yeah, about 6. Was it 10?
No, it wasn't 6. It was 6, I think. So there's some that still haven't been drawn out at all.
Yeah.
There's 2 that haven't been even touched. 3 weeks this box was put on there. 2 weeks this box was put on here ago. And I can see lots of drawn out comb in there. And I bet you we're almost ready to harvest as well. The second from the end. Now these were all new frames with just the starter comb on there. And it's half filled with honey already and almost completely drawn out. Oh, that's a nice heavy one. It's starting to get capped on there as well. Probably half full of honey on that side. Now this is my first time without gloves as well. Starting to get used to actually getting in here. Got to be nice and gentle with the girls and they tend to react nicely. That one's half capped and probably the bottom half of that is not really filled up. It's not bad. There's some weight in that. So we can see here we've got capped honey all at the top and all this is half full, and then this doesn't look like there's much honey at all into that area. Not sure why they do that. Again, half capped, and then probably quarter with honey and quarter with nothing. Look at that, doesn't that look beautiful? If only you could smell it. A bit of nectar in there too, which I find a little bit odd, but that won't hurt it. At the rate we're going, this is probably another 2 weeks we'll have to harvest this box or give them another frame. Another super. Oh. Getting heavier, good bee numbers. That one's half full again. Look at that. I don't even know what you can see in frame there, but geez, that looks beautiful. Another one. These are all the same really. They're all full at the top and starting to fill out at the bottom. I wasn't going to go this far into this box, but geez, I'm enjoying this. The girls are nice and calm. Oh, there we go. There's my first sting on my finger. I picked her up wrong. There we go. Seems to be as soon as I just squished one, I got stung. Uh-oh. Problem. The queen's up top. Well, that's my biggest whoops as a beekeeper. I must have trapped the queen up top. So we've got brood all in the honey in the flow frames and lots of it at that. I wish I could see that camera better, but that is a little bit problematic because now we've got the excluder all the way down the bottom and I don't know where my queen is. I don't even know how I get back from this. That is a full frame of flow with no brood. So that one will have to be harvested. Okay, that one can be harvested. Oh no, that one's a bit poor. No, the 2 frames, what we got? Yeah, well, we've got 2 frames of brood. Looks like we've got 3 frames of brood. This queen just wants to lay. And unfortunately I can't see the queen yet. Got a couple of drones. That one's almost full of honey. Okay, I'll recap. My iPhone just overheated and shut down. So we got 3 full frames of brood in the flow super. So I think the only thing I can do is got my old queen separator. I'll throw it here. And then she'll be in one of these 2 boxes then. Probably in this one, because this one is a new box. We'll have to have a look at that. It's probably still getting drawn out. But we'll get into that one. See if we can find her. If we can find her, we'll move her down. We did put a new clean excluder down the bottom here last week, a metal one rather than this plastic one, or 2 weeks ago, sorry. And I mustn't have got her. I thought I had it in the bottom box. She must have snuck up. So we'll get that sorted now. Okay, we'll get that off. Have a look in that next box below it. Whoa, that's heavy. Okay, so this is another new box we put on 2 weeks ago. But we're going to have brood in here as well, no doubt. But with the queen in there, they would have drawn those frames out much quicker, I reckon. So we'll have a look in there, see if we can find the queen. If we can, we'll sort something out. Get rid of some of these girls. We don't want to smoke it too much if the queen's up there. I can't believe I did this, but I guess it's part of being a new apiarist, beekeeper. You've got to learn some things the hard way. Okay, that one's not really drawn out. I'll take it out to make some space. Quick look at that one. Couldn't see the queen on there. Wouldn't be on a non-drawn out frame anyway. We'll start having a look for one with a bit of brood on it. Again, this is only 2 weeks old. It's almost fully drawn out. We can't see any signs of any brood on that. They're not full-size cups yet, so you wouldn't expect the queen to be on that frame. Trying to be super gentle with them. Knowing the queen's up here somewhere, I could roll her. Nice and slow, Pete. See if I can give each one of these a fairly good going over. Plenty of young worker bees there. Really small. Still drawing out the wax. It's got plenty of honey on it. Well, nectar for now. It's not fully drawn out yet and no signs of any brood. If I had another queen excluder, I'd put another queen excluder underneath this box here as well, just to try and isolate her. Another nicely drawn out frame. I can't see any signs of brood on that either. Lots of honey. I'm assuming that the queen come up to the top because there was nice clean polished cups with no honey in them yet. So the girls are busy. 2 weeks this super's been on it. It's full. And they're going pretty good. I'm still very wary not having gloves on. This is my first time having no gloves. That smoke's blowing all over me. That might be an advantage. Okay, this one was stuck in there a little bit. Okay, we got capped brood on that one. If you see her, make sure you chime in on the comments and I'll come in here in 2 weeks' time and see if she's still there. Don't sting my finger again, that's the same finger. Now we haven't got a marked queen. I don't even know whether you can see all that in frame or not. We haven't even got a marked queen, so it's a bit of a challenge to find her. Got the bees crawling all over my fingers. I'm getting a little bit nervous, if I should be honest. Bunch of crap brood, but I can't see the queen. Oh, there's another one. I still panic. I shouldn't panic when I get stung, but I might put gloves on anyway. It makes 3 stings for the day. That's enough for my fingers to tolerate. Nothing capped on there. Lots of nectar. It's got a mask full of smoke. Coronavirus be gone. Drawn out again, but I can't see the queen. I'm not sure what I do in this situation. That one there's drawn out, and she might be down the bottom there. I guess I might be able to put the queen excluder underneath this one. I might also have 2 queens, but I doubt it. Okay, that's just full of pollen, nectar. That's half drawn out on that side, fully drawn out on the other side. And there's less so across there, so she's not going to be there. So I'm going to put the queen excluder here. If you think that's a bad idea, let me know in the comment section below. I'm just going to put that spare frame back up in there. We'll mix them up a little bit. I don't know if that's the done thing either, but that's what I'm doing. I just don't want to move them around too much. Rightio. It's still good to see we've got plenty of honey, plenty of production, plenty of babies and brood happening in there. I'll pop that one off. Now look at the entrance to this one. I'm standing in the entrance. They're all sort of queuing up to get in. A couple of different lots of pollen. We've got a gum tree just up the road with really white pollen. There's heaps coming in with that, and there's some really bright yellow stuff, and I think that's from a tree just up the road. But either way, the girls are still busy. They've still got plenty of food around. Rightio. Yeah, just got to be mindful that we could have a queen in here somewhere, and I do not want to squish her. Pop that off. Bit of smoke. Oh, there we go. We've got plenty of bees there. Just going to put this one on top of the flow super over here. I wasn't going to get into this one, but you reckon I should pull a couple of frames out and just have a look how much brood's in there? I'll say if that queen's anywhere, she's in that box. So she definitely wasn't in the top, probably wasn't in that second full super. With the bee numbers down there, I reckon she's in there. Alright, let's just have a quick look. We'll scare them down a little bit. We'll pop a frame from the end. I think this frame we put in 2 weeks ago and pulled some honey off of it. So I think this one's a new one, so we'll pop him out first. They haven't done much work drawing that one out. Oh, that was a bit too rough. Yeah, they're just still drawing that out, so there's nothing much happening on that one. That's only been in there 2 weeks. I'll pop that off to the side. And we'll just have a poke. That's half full of honey, and that is full on that side. No brood though. They're getting a little bit pissy with me being in here this long. That one's full honey. And half honey on that side. No brood. My gloves are sticky. Does anybody know how to clean the gloves? They're getting a little bit hard to work with. We've got half honey and just a little bit of brood in that one. A little bit of brood on that side. The bees are actually attacking my fingers. A bit of brood down the bottom there, lots of honey. I think going through this any further is just going to disrupt them. So we'll move that one across. Now some say to rotate the frames around. I'm not sure whether that's true or not. There we go. Throw that one back in there. Where's my hive tool gone? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, we'll take a bit of a risk. We'll hope the queen's in that one. We'll spare these girls down a little bit with a bit of extra smoke. We'll throw another queen excluder in. I wasn't hoping to get into these bees again in 2 weeks' time, but I'm going to have to put that in there. 2 weeks is 14 days, so it's halfway through their cycle. Well, that made them a bit pissy. They were all stuck down, didn't come off nice and cleanly and quietly. There we go. Yeah, it should just mean in 2 weeks' time we open up that top one. We shouldn't have any brood left in it, or at least very little capped brood, and that would be ideal. Oh, promise you, this one is proper heavy. Oh, this one is proper heavy. Come on, girls. I really go out of my way not to try and squish too many, but you can't get around it sometimes. Certainly mindful. Come on. Some of them are just stubborn. There we go. Throw the lid back on. I'll come back in 2 weeks and see how we go. Cover back on. Alright, one way I'm going to know whether or not there's any the queens up the top is if I take out, there's 3 full, completely chock-a-block full frames of honey on the flow hive. So if I drop out those 3 buckets, I might So if I drop out those 3 frames today, they're going to empty them out, the bees are going to clean them out. If there's still a queen up there, she'll lay in them straight away. And if there's no queen in it, we'll be good to go. They'll start backfilling it with honey again. So tubers, thank you very much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video. It'll be on a brand new channel. All my bee videos are going on a new channel. My wife's kicking in and going to try and do a heap of stuff for the bees. So I'm going to try and edit that up with her, and that's going to be our little thing. I'll take it off the main channel, put it on a sub channel. And I'll see you over there. Cheers, guys.